everybody. Welcome to episode 12 of the OG. We're back. Gonna knock the dust off here real quick. Knock the rust off, I should say. We've got Brock here with us. What's up, Brock?
What's up?
And we've always got Gom here. How you doing, Gom?
Always got Gom, no matter what you do. No matter what you do.
Always got Gom.
It's like a leech that just you can't get off.
Y'all getting excited? Madden is the pre-drop tomorrow? I guess by the time everybody hears this.
2 days.
2 days? What was everybody talking about 10 a.m. tomorrow?
Seems to be a lot of confusion. I'm just kind of like, yeah, they'll figure it out while I'm at work.
Yeah, that's about what I'm saying. So we got 2 days, Gom?
Well, in theory. Sometimes they drop it a day early, so everyone's like, oh, EA is awesome. They dropped it a day early. We love EA.
Well, what were they saying about 7 a.m. and 10 a.m.? I thought that was tomorrow. Is that not until Tuesday morning?
Well, the official thing was supposed to be 3 days early, which is the 16th. So we'll see what happens. Maybe.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Well, so during the show, here in a little bit, we're going to do a mock draft. So we're going to do a mock Lotto, and then we're going to do a little mock draft. Brock has done some rigorous research on each and every team. So he's going to break it down for us. Brock Kuiper Jr. As I break my keyboard. Got that fixed. And but until then, let's go over some stuff in the league here real quick. So for the last 5 days, MHC and Tyrant have been doing reveals each day about some changes that we're making to the league, content-wise or different option-wise. So real quick, the first reveal was on updated league perks and content. One notable one that I liked was the division rival holdout, where you can pretty much force one of your division mates to have a holdout. That's pretty fun.
Yeah, it'll be interesting because there will be some years, as you know, the division rival holdout will only attack people who are having holdouts. So if you've only got one division mate who actually has a holdout that year, you can pretty much decide that you're going to screw him over.
Yeah, if you're in my division, I wouldn't even worry about it because my guys hold out anyway. So, no point in spending all your money.
Looks like there's a stipulation that has to be 2 people to do it. So
yeah, at least 2.
50-50.
Which I think, I didn't go back and look at it, but I would say most divisions probably had 2 people in it.
Yeah.
Would be my guess anyway.
You'd think. Well,
no, 2 people or 2 coaches?
2 players. It can be the same coach. So
yeah, like if I'm the only one that has holdouts, I'm guaranteed one of them to hold out if you use that against me.
If you've gotten two guys that have devved, or you kind of deserved one of them to get a hit. So
yeah, I guess that's true. Was there anything else in the perks? I just kind of glanced through it because I guess MHC and Tyrant did most of this stuff.
Yeah, for the perks ones especially, it was kind of a news to the rest
I do like the names of the quarterbacks: the Elway camp, the Manning camp, and the Brady camp. I thought that was a nice little touch.
Yeah, I think they want to change.
I don't like the Manning camp being lower. But...
I don't either. I noticed that as well. I think that is ridiculous, and MHC also hates Brady, so that must have been Tyrant did that. I don't know.
Had to be
somebody else did that.
Well, then they might have to do. I don't remember, honestly. Was the perks changed for like the slot 1 and slot 2? Because it used to be slot 2 was more expensive, but now
there were some minor changes. Like the Elway camp. So for slot 3 is now $90. It used to be
for the quarterback, yeah.
Right, and slot 4 is $125. So I mean, the slots are much more expensive for the quarterbacks. The reroll of a second ability is only $45. But that's something we also got to think about because aren't they the same this year?
I think he mentioned they're probably going to update.
We'll have to update that.
We progress.
Yeah, I mean, I think that like the second slot will take longer to unlock. Like, say that you're a rookie that starts at 70 overall, you're only going to have that first slot, even though all the abilities are going to be there up to 70 overall.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the only difference is that second slot will take longer to actually show up. But once it's there, it'll basically be a mirror image of the first slot. So
right.
So, yeah, I mean, it'll probably still be worth a little bit more, but maybe not. Maybe make them exactly the same because it really won't matter at that point. They'll basically be the same if they're both unlocked. So we'll see.
I just noticed on the content guide the appearance on Around the Horn or the OG as a guest, not the host.
No, it's not the host.
So Brock's only getting $15 for this?
Brock's getting more than we are, I bet.
Probably.
Alright.
We'll probably get like $60 for the whole
Brock,
season.
I'm gonna make sure you get more than $15 for this, okay?
Good looks. There we go.
Well, see, Brock, if you're on every episode, then we'll know exactly how much more you're going to make than we will.
Right.
That's true.
Y'all have TBD AGS dollars.
Yeah, which is probably like
MHC's choice.
$4.
As long as we do it hourly this time, because
What's minimum wage?
Yeah.
we just need to make sure it's hourly, because when we have these 2.5-hour episodes, we deserve more than
Well,
like.
Brock's
5
will
or
get
something.
plenty for the tweets, the team tweets.
Yeah, he
Oh,
will.
yeah.
Brock had the best team Twitter all year
I'll
long.
bring him in. I'm all,
Always will.
He was still
Always will.
he was still posting re-sign screenshots in the final season on Twitter. Oh God, I love it.
I love it.
All that immersion. That's the Brock
Yep.
word.
Yeah, you just got to claim all of those for like the first season of 23, just because you never got credit for it, right? So I'm gonna count all 30 of these tweets that happened after they were no
Right.
longer worth anything.
Let's start with
Real quick, while we're looking at the content guide and all that, a few things I want to see. So I'm going to plan on doing the German Vegas thing like I did last year. Oh, real quick with both of you, because both of you were in it a lot. Did you like the last season format better
Yep.
or worse? Where we
Better.
eliminated?
Yeah, I think it was better.
Okay. I kind of thought it was better too, but
It's better. Otherwise, you could have somebody get into some massive lead and then just coast the rest of the way.
yeah.
It kept it fresh every week.
Yeah. But a few things I want to see. Leak always did his weekly reports before. I wouldn't mind seeing something like that come back, like weekly reports or bi-weekly reports, something like that. Just something for us to read every few weeks by anybody. It doesn't matter. It doesn't
by
have to
somebody.
be him. Power rankings. We didn't have regular power rankings last year.
It's funny because we had like that one Madden where everybody was doing power rankings, and we were at the point where we were like, God, no more power rankings.
Yeah. I would just like to see one person say, hey, I got power rankings and I'm going to do it at least once every like real week, like every 3 Madden weeks, something like that.
Yeah, just take ownership of it and then just all right. The last member of the OG
There's the
has
cat.
arrived.
I saw Brock's dog join a little bit ago, but he hasn't joined since we started. Oh,
He's down for the night.
yeah.
He called it.
He's like, it's 10 o'clock. I'm out.
Yeah.
I know we started doing this regular podcast. I wouldn't mind seeing more podcasts or shows, or if somebody would keep doing their show, would be great.
We won't name which shows. We'll just say somebody.
We didn't have a lot of like league articles last year. A few years ago, we had tons of them. I wouldn't mind seeing those pop up every now and again.
Yeah, I'm definitely planning to do see if I can get a few more sections of the Brock Bros
The saga.
guidebook.
Yeah.
Well, because I came up with the 10 commandments of it, but there's it's a big book. Brock has a lot of rules for his guys, so
Yeah. It's on my desk. You can't see it. But.
MHC mentioned we would have league awards again with voting, so if we can bring that back, that'll be fun. And the top 100. Hopefully, I can get the top 100.
Yeah.
At least every other year, every other season.
you can like shorten it down to top 50. If you
Nope,
want
it has to be 100. I go all in, bro. Either all in or not happening.
I really enjoyed that one season last year. We did a highlight, like a compilation of highlights. That was really good at the end of the season.
Yeah.
Recap it,
Yeah, MHC.
Remember some moments that
every
were
year.
crazy that happened like in week 2, and you're like, oh yeah.
Yeah, you forget about them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of
Those
compilations,
are pretty sweet.
Speaking of compilations, we might have an OG this year that'll be a clip show of previous OGs, and we'll see if we get any AGS. We'll see if we get any AGS bucks for it.
Yeah. Do it like a typical sitcom, like and have one of those episodes where it's like a flashback.
Yeah, it's just a rerun episode.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be awesome. We'll do a director's cut where we talk about what we're talking
that's
about.
right.
Yeah. The 5 minutes before we go live.
Yeah.
So this was the episode that James said that he hoped he would get a top 10 pick this year, and
Never happens.
well, we all know what happened. So
All right. Day 2 reveal was the Neon Sports is going to replace Daddy Leagues. I think everybody has to be pretty excited about that.
oh yeah.
It's weird though, because like Daddy Leagues is like all I've known, so I love it just because it's better than nothing.
It is better than nothing.
But yeah, Neon Sports, just looking at it, it looks so much better.
Yeah.
The interface, the commands, everything should be a lot better.
No ads.
No ads, yeah. Let's see. The day 3 reveal. Some manual progression changes. We combined all interior defensive linemen, all outside linebackers, all outside linebacker, pass rushers, and defensive ends are now combined into the edge. Coverage linebackers will be combined. Basically, all non-pass rush linebackers will be one category. So, all that will help make our devs make a little more sense and be more realistic.
Yeah, and you guys will potentially hear a little bit more about that on one of the future reveal days on...
Yeah, we've got a big reveal on that coming up.
Yeah, there's some additional information, especially like when you're talking about linebackers and whatnot, because one of the things I'm sure people noticed last year was that there was a tendency to position change between outside linebacker and middle linebacker for various reasons, which we don't really need to go into, but we basically designed a system that you should be excited about. And nobody should push back at all on.
Sure.
Brock will ensure nobody complains, especially not Brock, about.
I told my boys to strike again.
So we'll see how that
goes.
goes.
Brock's a big fan of the O-line changes we have coming up. So.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is.
I already have a feeling of what's going on the defensive side, but we'll see. If so, I like it.
Let's see. We'll also be more strict with regression because we still have too many old dudes, superstar and X Factor at the end of the cycle, just holding on to their abilities. That since it's only a 6-season window that we're going to have, we'd like for it to make more sense and not have all these old heads keeping their abilities for the whole CFM into their mid-30s. So.
Yeah, especially like the running backs, because we had I think we ended with at least 5 or 6 99 overall running backs who basically were going to be 99 to the end of time.
I mean, everybody had a 90 overall superstar running back. Like everybody. Yeah. Everybody. Day 4, the only super change was all superstar and X Factor contract re-signs will only be 1 or 2 year deals. We're not doing 3-year deals anymore for those. Just because that way you have to keep paying them, makes it harder to keep them. And it might make the free agency pool better in the offseason. Which I think we started to see that the last few seasons. For the first time, really. Like, you go to a regular league and go to free agency and there's nobody there.
Yeah, it definitely worked out better. And I think the one thing you'll see with our free agency system now, having to forcibly sign 2-year deals, is that you can't have somebody just go and spend $40 million over 1 year on a player because they happen to have room for 1 season and then be able to re-sign them for 1/3 that price. So having to do a 2-year deal will now prevent those kind of snipers from just doing a silly contract like that.
Yep. And day 5, we changed what we were going to reveal, so we just revealed the new overlay, which everybody I think was wanting because the other one kind of took up a lot of the screen.
Yep.
Lots and lots of the screen. But anyways, any thoughts on the reveals? Any last words on those, either of you?
Nope. Are you just too busy watching the cat, Brock?
Yeah.
Look at the cat. Look at his face. What are you talking about? This again? Is that dude with the backwards hat again?
When we clip the stream into sections, we'll be like, this is when the cat is on, and just have those sections and get the 10 times more views for those sections.
So I think
there's several marginal improvements, and they kind of stack and just kind of continue help pushing the league forward. It's already in a good spot, but we're even making it a little better. So it's exciting to see. It's small stuff that maybe not, at the moment doesn't seem like a big deal, but especially with the contract, kind of working through the contracts, I'm really for making people think about how they're structuring rosters and moving money.
It shouldn't be easy to keep everybody.
It shouldn't, and Madden makes it way too easy. And that's been one of my biggest complaints for a long time. So I really enjoy that.
Well, I think the one change that I like the most, which I think was one of the reveals. Hopefully, I'm not getting ahead of myself here, but was the one where you and this was kind of I'm not going to take credit for this, but I was kind of behind a lot of this was the on board with this one. The fact that you now, if you have a dev player, you actually have to have them re-signed to a superstar contract before they can get traded. So you can't just, dev a bunch of young guys, trade them for other players or draft picks.
Yeah.
Outright as soon as you've made them a superstar with a dirt cheap contract. Now you're going to have to re-sign those guys every time before you can trade them. I think that's going to make a big difference, because there are just some guys who can dev certain players pretty regularly, and it's kind of silly that they should be able to take advantage of that. Like I could dev receivers, although with the randomness, I really liked how that worked last season, because even with Mitchell Schwartz, for example, getting top 3 every year, he didn't get, I think, it never even got to X Factor, I don't think.
Yeah. And you used to have your safety school.
I used to have the safety school.
Gum would dev a safety and trade him, then dev a safety and trade him. Guilty!
That was fun.
Yeah, I actually wrote that down. I forgot to talk about it. The no more dev and trades. But I think I love that.
I love it.
Because in real life, if somebody becomes a superstar overnight, you're not just going to trade them the next day. Right. You're going to keep that player. You're going to sign that player.
Yeah, and yeah. So I like the mechanic that we put in there, that basically at any point in time, if you have a player, you can pull him forward and give him a superstar contract. But even if he didn't hold out, you still have the ability to move him forward, make him a superstar. That way you can trade him, or if you just want to pay them early before they start racking up their overalls and get way up there, you can do it. If he's a superstar at that point, you can pay him early. So I like it.
Yep. I sent out the OG, the little sheet or whatever it is, form to fill out if anybody had any questions or topics or anything. I put on there things that you're looking forward to for this Madden. I don't have any of the names beside them. I just copied it and pasted it right in here, but somebody just said playing again, hopefully no fall forward. Hope to God that's true. And then apparently in the new gameplay, which is next gen, so we don't know for sure if it's going to be here or not. I guess those issues have been fixed for next gen, so hope to God it's fixed here too.
Well, it sounds like at least it's in some of those cases, instead of a fall forward, you're going to get those little tackle battles.
Yeah,
so, and it's better than a fall forward, even if it's kind of
Gom's poor old hands aren't going to be able to keep up with the young ones.
Except when you get old, you have rheumatism and stuff. So I'll be just rapid firing, just without doing anything, right? So it'll be like winning every tackle battle because I'm so old, right?
He's going to be doing grip exercises for the next 2 weeks till we start.
Pac's gonna be driving his car down the road.
Oh yeah, this is all Pac has been doing for the last.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, people probably buy one of those new controllers that actually has a rapid fire button.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, we're gonna have to have Pax a Pax cam on his controller to make sure he's not cheating. Somebody else is looking forward to the division holdout thing. Potential OL designations. How the player tags affect holdouts in game, scouting changes, and seeing old faces return to AGS. What are the player tags? Why's that not ringing a bell? How the player tags affect holdouts in game?
I think they're talking about.
Somebody else put player tags as well.
I think they're talking about
the
ones that are no, I can't remember. It was hometown discount or one of those ones that are or ones that want to play in a warm climate.
Oh, those, yeah. Those will be interesting.
Yeah.
Don't want the taxes.
Yeah.
Somebody's looking forward to building a team, of course. Somebody's looking forward to beating Leak. Is that you, Brock?
Wasn't me for the first 2 seasons last time, but
looking forward to team selection. Not being in Germ's division, ... or will I be? Wonder who that was.
Yeah, I wonder.
And high hopes that Madden can finally turn Madden into a chess game and not a money play over and over game.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Yeah. I don't know, man. You play certain people and it does feel like a chess game. Sometimes it feels like you're playing just a cheesy arcade game of Madden, but I don't know. Some games do.
Oh
And
yeah.
me and Brock had some classic games last year.
That last one we played at like 3 a.m. was
yeah.
that's probably one of the best games I've played the whole
Yeah.
Madden.
Yeah, that one was crazy.
I'll always remember that. I'll always remember my Super Bowl against Brock
keep hitting
when
this
I
stupid-
when I knew what Brock was going to do.
That
I
was
still lost.
Yeah.
Didn't matter.
Oh, yeah, I
we
forgot
both
y'all met the
knew,
Super Bowl.
Yeah, I know it's true. You just knew a little bit more.
Lattimore just locked down.
Stupid
Schwartz.
Lattimore.
Yeah, that was the difference.
For the topics, somebody said draft order, team picks, which we're gonna do a mock draft here in a few minutes. A few people were asking for the mock draft, so coveted rookies. So who are some coveted rookies? I know Malik Willis is just going to be incredible.
Yeah, he's a stud.
There's
a few. I think the Seahawks and Panthers both have a 98 speed corner.
That's dumb.
So
there's a few speedy boys. Names. Have we even revealed? Is that even going to be in the reveals? The whole change to the tax system. You know what I'm saying, Jerem?
Change to the tax system.
This was discussed. I already know what it is. I already know what this is about.
I'm sure it'll be revealed. And the next show should be an admin OG where we talk about all this stuff even in further detail. So
yeah.
So we'll just save that little teaser because I honestly can't even remember. Let's see. New strategies. I think all the strategies will be the same. Stack up on fast guys. That's the strategies every Madden.
Even though there will be that rule. Ding.
Yeah, there's something else there too. What is the best custom feature of AGS that has been implemented or will be?
This.
We have so many custom things now at this point that feel like they're in every league, but they're just ours that I can't even think of.
Yeah. We've taken so much Madden out of the game, actually,
Yeah. I guess our dev system probably be the best thing we've done, I think, instead of just relying on, hey, my guy was top 4 in touchdowns and his interceptions don't matter. I threw 70 interceptions, but I still dev'd up. Stuff like that.
Yeah, I think I would agree. The dev system and the dev system where it's at right now is probably some obscene amount of work to get it where it was. So in that respect alone, I think it's our best accomplishment.
Yeah. I really think that the offensive line stuff, which I know they haven't been revealed, but we've been teasing it for months. I really think that's going to be a blast.
Oh, it's going to be so good.
I can't wait to go into the draft. I need a guard. I need a center. Most sought after teams. We can talk about that here in a little bit when we get into the mock.
Something else that I want to mention just for future Madden that I think is pretty exciting, that I'm pretty excited about, is the kind of restructuring or adding prospects to the classes, especially the generational prospects.
Yeah.
That'll be fun. And then the 99 club prospects that kind of they broke it down. It's like they might have 99 hit power. You might have a linebacker that is elite in run stopping, but sucks in pass coverage. Because that's how you see, more like when DK came out, he's a perfect example. DK, he's fast, he's tall, but he can't run routes, he can't cut.
Right.
So he fits perfectly. That's why he fell, because he sucks at this, but he's good at this. Is that what and then I think that's pretty interesting. Instead of just basically having I feel like the old prospects were just a mix of everything, and
yeah,
it was what it was.
Yeah, I agree.
And I think it'll kind of give some lower tier coaches a little bit more to be excited about and a little more spice for the draft pick when you could maybe get an 85 overall X factor, Yeah,
until they trade one of those to one of the never mind. Pax isn't making trades. Let's see here.
We needed to make Pax say that if he made a trade that he would agree to be booted from the league, just to make sure that he didn't do it.
We don't need to be making threats, Colin. Come on now.
Not threats. That would be him volunteering to make that assertion.
Contract.
Yeah, we'll sign a contract.
Seeing how honest he was about actually not trading.
In your opinion, what is the division of death in terms of team and division of death in terms of coaches? Teams is the AFC West. The AFC West is going to be crazy. I'm so interested to see who gets those 4 teams. As far as the coaches, I mean, it's got to start with Affetto and Pax. Those are the two you don't want in there. I've had enough of either one of those.
Yeah, I kind of disagree with you about the division death. I kind of think that the Browns, Ravens, Steelers, Bengals is probably.
I mean, that might be second. I don't think it's
now that
West.
Cincy is so much better because Cincy's like one of the top teams out there.
Yeah, but Pittsburgh's not
After
that great.
one season. No, they're not. But Seattle's not that great. Seattle's 76 overall, but we'll get to that later.
How good is Pickens in game? Brock, I know you know this. What's his speed?
George Pickens?
Yeah.
He's okay. He's like 90.
Okay.
Yeah,
If they made him
I
like
will
some
say
freak.
The Steelers are pretty underrated, though. They have a decent roster. A lot of sneaky guys.
Yeah, TJ Watt, Minka, and
yeah.
Young quarterbacks are always fun.
Unfortunately, I don't know if Kenny Pickett's going to even be usable. So
He got low throw power.
I think he's 24. If not, he's 23, and he has like 86 throw power, and yeah, he's a mess.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, it sucks when they kind of let you get a chance to build somebody.
Yeah.
But yeah, division of death would be anything with Affetto and Pax in it.
Well,
all three of us would make any division tough. Your boy V-Bank, he's growing. He's growing as a Madden player.
Yeah.
My last loss of the last
season he's almost surpassed me. I know. I can't let that happen.
V-Bank.
Might happen this Madden.
He had to take out Jalen Waddle in the first quarter.
I think the top four feared by the majority of the league, though, is probably, you, Germ, Pax, Affetto, and then probably Soup. That would be my fourth of the top four, just because Soup, if he's on, which he is 90%.
I think the NFC kept changing last year who the head honcho was between Brock, Soup, and Jake, and then even MHC would.
Ooh, that's true. I forgot about Jake.
It was really fun to see who the top dog in the NFC was each year.
Yeah, well, that's true. I definitely actually say Jake will be the division because he had a really bad team and he still made the Super Bowl.
Yeah, Jake's gonna be pretty tough.
I think he's going to be up on the level with the three of you guys now. And Brock, you're right there too. I'm just
Don't forget about me.
Brock's like, I beat you in the Super Bowl, bitch.
Right.
Remember that Super Bowl?
Some of these bugs got here, but we'll fly some things around.
Let's see. Mock roll followed by mock picking. Well, guess what, buddy? We're going to. Will speed ever not be a factor, or not be the only factor in Madden? Every year, I hope they're gonna bring in better possession catches, and size will matter. And then every year after, the first season, just speed again.
I'll disagree with you, because the combination of speed and size was the dominant.
The combination, but you still have to have the speed.
Oh, you still have to have the speed, but having the speed and
I want Michael Pittman to be a god.
Yeah.
That would be fun. And whenever I had
even a relevant 1,000-yard season type of guy instead of getting booted somewhere and being a wide receiver 3.
Yeah, because I remember Madden 22, I had the Colts, and I was looking so forward because whenever we were testing before we started the CFM, I was like, "Oh, Michael Pittman's gonna be a stud." And then after a month, it was all right, Michael Pittman doesn't matter at all. It's just speed. Just throw it to Paris Campbell.
Yeah.
Is a fish wet when it's in water?
That's a definite yes. I'm confident in that answer.
That's a Seymour. That's Seymour's welcome back question.
Yeah.
What a clown.
That's what we've missed.
All right, questions. I put in there if anybody had any questions for Gom or for me. Gom has. Here's some questions. Will you take a good team to rebuild again?
There aren't too many good teams to rebuild, and I'm not taking the Browns again. So
I copied these down earlier, and I didn't even I just thought it was just, will you pick a team to rebuild again? And then I said it's a good team to rebuild again.
I figured that's Mustang because he's the one who couldn't understand what I was doing.
I think it was Smithy actually, because I think Smithy was the first one on these. Maybe, I don't know.
I regret nothing except not winning a Super Bowl because I rebuilt the Browns.
Gom, who do you like to see in your division? This will be for both of y'all. Who'd you like to see? Who wouldn't you mind playing? I've asked you before, Gom. I think it was a
Well-
question last year.
It was a question last year. Do you think I'd remember what I said?
I don't remember what I've said.
Yeah.
No clue.
I mean, obviously, it's always nice for you and I to be in division because we played each other enough times, and it was a very chill game. I wouldn't mind Tyrant because we had blast. Every game we had was competitive.
Yeah, you and Tyrant was a fun rivalry. That was probably one of the best rivalries last Madden.
Yeah.
If not the best.
Yeah, and it was 50-50 the whole way, right? So
Yeah.
I really like playing V-Bank. Here I am picking like all these guys who are like going to be making like
You're making
playoffs
division of that.
guaranteed. I'm just killing myself here. So I'll probably just stop there.
I really like 3 top 10 coaches.
Yeah, why not?
That would be ideal.
What could go wrong? But it shows that I'm not after just like easy wins.
Right. It makes for a fun division though, because the AFC West last year, that was fun.
AFC West
every
was
year
a
they were
blast.
battling it out.
Yeah.
That was a blast.
All right. What about you, Brock? Who are you?
And I enjoy playing most people, and I like how everybody kind of gets their game style. I'll say who I don't want in my division. I hate the games, and it's a beautiful strategy and it works, but I hate playing ball control, clock running people. Just also you're kind of limited when you get down, you're screwed.
Yeah.
You can't sling your way back in it. And then attention span wise, kind of sitting there sometimes, you get a little like, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So really anybody that kind of runs and guns or runs pretty balanced, I'm cool with. I told Jerm, we played a few times. Every time it's been a blast. Me and V-Bank always have really good games. And we enjoy, me and V-Bank have games where we have that kind of banter. We banter back and forth pretty heavy because we've been playing for 5 years now against each other. But it's always chill and fun the same way.
Who's the Brock bro you don't want in your division? On the spot.
Yeah, that's right.
It could be for a fun reason.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Joe. After that
What did you do
that
to
game we
Smithy?
had last year, I always kind of feel bad for the kid, and I let him hang around, and then at the end I get in trouble.
Oh yeah,
I can't have anybody in my division I feel bad for.
yeah. That was my life with Smithy last year. And then he got good.
Yeah.
Just took
You
him the
realize,
entire
hey, running
Madden.
the ball works.
I said, oh, you can run the ball? Yeah, I'm with you though on the people that take till 7 seconds left every single snap. It does drive me crazy. Usually I pick my play within like 4 seconds.
Yeah, and if you do that, that's how you beat me, because it frustrates me. I get kind of annoyed and not really as into it, and I'll do stupid stuff because I'm trying to offense. I just want to hurry up and score quick.
If I'm in Brock's division, we're going down to 1 every time. On the
Everyone,
time
I know every single person in the league listening to this on OGK.
Yeah, that's how you
Brock,
beat me.
Drain the clock against Brock every game.
Yeah. Somebody asked Gom if he would please leave the teams with the fast receivers for them. Somebody asked, how's the cat?
Oh, you just have to watch and you see the joy that he has being on the show. So
It's true. And last question for you: how did you and your wife meet? You don't have to answer that.
we
That was 40 years ago.
it was
Yeah,
a
40
good.
years
It was,
ago.
was that for me though? That was a question for me
Yeah.
or Brock? Oh, that was 10 years ago. We've been married 10 years more. And see, look how happy the cat is.
So y'all met when
Yeah.
you were 50?
He was talking, but I heard you, Jim.
Yeah.
We'll keep that joke to ourselves then.
No.
Anyways, for me, somebody asked if this was the year of the germ. It hasn't been the year of the germ in quite some time now.
The only way
It's been like 16 seasons at this point, I think, or 15.
Hey, the expectations are wearing off now, so you can kind of just relax.
That's what I've thought, but here's the thing. When I'm a team in the NFC, I made it to, I think, 8 Super Bowls in 11 years. When I'm a team in the AFC, I'm like 0 for 15. Something
And
like
yet
that.
he keeps picking AFC for whatever reason.
If you just give me the Niners, it wouldn't happen.
Yeah, someone picks the Niners. He's like, I cannot be another team that could even possibly play the Niners, so I have to go AFC.
It's true. It's true. I'm weird about it. Okay. Top 3 all-time favorite movies? I don't even know. The Godfather, Godfather Part 2, Shawshank. Boom. Easy 3.
I was going to say that before, though, the year of the germ will only be the year of the germ if it's the year of the JRM germ.
JRM. No. JRM.
That's the only way. That's the only way it can be the year of the germ, as you'll see coming up.
Somebody asked me the year 1 playoff predictions, buddy. I've got it. Let's wait till we see some teams here.
Yeah.
don't even know who's in what conference. Best moment of in real life sports. I don't know if that means playing or watching.
I'm going to assume he means watching.
Yeah. So give me the Cubs 2016 World Series, please. Thank you. Either y'all have a favorite in real life sports moment as a fan?
Well,
I guess Brock's would be the.
You guys
Super
won't
Bowl.
care, but it'll be the Team Canada win. Gretzky de Lemieux.
That's cool.
Yeah, I was like 8 when we won the Super Bowl. I remember it. I more vividly remember the onside kick and pick six against the Saints years later. So, yeah.
That one still haunts me.
Yeah.
That one basically ruined Peyton's legacy as far as really having a shot.
It was a big turning point.
That one sucked.
All right, move on.
That's one of my least favorites. Sorry, Brock. All right, so that's it for those. Let's jump right into let's do some mock draft. How about that? Mock team auto draft. So let me screen share here so I can do our Lotto.
So good news for everybody here. This might be a reveal we're also revealing early, which will be the number of balls that everybody is going to have.
Yeah, this is an authentic. Unless we change something, this is authentic. This is the amount of balls everybody will have. And if you're wondering how I got those, it's kind of covering. Oh well.
Yep. So sorry to our other commissions who plan to reveal this on a future day, but
it'll be beautiful.
They can at least tell you how this came into being. I'll just tell you right away that these odds here in red on the right are better with these multipliers than if we just used 1-to-1. Like if the top people had 24 balls instead of getting multiplied, that the top players would have more of a chance. So this is actually helping the people at the bottom to have a better chance.
Yeah, it's kind of bringing everybody closer together.
Yeah. So no torches and mobs going, what the heck? You're boosting up too high.
All right. So there's everybody's names in here. So this is everybody's amount of balls they will have right beside their name.
And as you see, as a trial run,
Brock, you have 8 balls.
Yeah, Brock has 8 balls. But you see, as a trial run, Germ is actually trying to see.
I am JRM.
Changing his name to 3 letters.
Change the luck.
Because it seems like whoever is the top 1 and 2 in the last 2 drafts seem to have been some people with 3-letter names. We won't name who they are.
Yeah.
But they seem to have had 3 letters in their names. So
I'm hoping this one's bad.
Try it out.
Because I can't have 2 good ones in a row. So I'm hoping this one's bad. So the real one's good.
Yeah. The only time Germ can ever roll himself something good is if it's practice.
All right, here we go. We're going to submit this bad boy. Oh, now I got to move everything. Let's move this one. All right, so let's start at the bottom. Pick 32.
Oh, that would have been a shame.
Oh, my God.
So Malik is glad that this is a practice run.
God, I hope that's not real. Shoo.
That's a lot of balls to drop that low.
And we were joking about, or Leak was joking about, we were going to rig the draft against him.
And you think about this, that if this was an actual literal like lottery ball, that means Leak had 14 balls sitting there and won probably 1 or 2 of someone else's based on what pick 31 will be, and he still didn't get his pick.
Yeah, incredible. Incredible. All right, here we go. 31, V-Bank.
Good. There we go. Yeah.
Parker.
All right. Brock Rose right at the bottom.
Jarrett. Max. Good. Close to the bottom.
Let's
keep him as close to the bottom as possible.
Fedo,
y'all stay together.
Yeah.
They're both going top 10. You know that now.
Yeah,
for sure.
Way to go, Jared.
This is going to be like a snake draft. Just go reverse. Lee or Mustang. Jake.
That's a high one. Mustang.
Rockra. There's Brock, 23.
There he is, right around.
That's probably right where you should be.
Ooh,
Brandon had the least amount.
Yeah. That's a big.
Dynex.
Waiting
So,
for our first.
I'm already better than last year.
Waiting for our first big guy to drop here.
G.
Greatness, Intel, Trigger. So Trigger only had 4 balls all the way to 16.
So we're already in the top half. Seymour comes back. It's
Where's Gong?
Oh,
Yeah.
what a drop!
This
for
is what we
Gong.
need
Woo!
right here.
That's it.
McGee. Dark moved up a lot. Johnny. Koopa.
Oh, top 10
Oh, there I
germ.
am.
Top 10 germ.
I made it to
10
9. That's
germ.
as high as I've ever gotten.
Woo. Way to go, Jerem.
Well, it's still gonna be MHC, ain't it?
It's
Still gonna be
first.
MHC. Oh, there he is. Whew.
Oh, he didn't make it. Tyrant's still up there. Where's he gonna drop?
Well, Tyrant's one.
Number 1. Tyrant number 1.
Oh, yeah.
Will he go Jets number 1?
And Skittle. What's the Skittle? Why is he always in the top 5?
That's happened a lot. Yeah, I know.
All right. While we're talking about this, let me type these in over here so we can keep talking here.
It'll be interesting to see somebody like Tyrant picking up 1. Because the Jets are fun this year.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see how much the homers, make the homer picks versus like if you're picking top 3, it's like, do I make the homer pick or do I do that next year when I may have a worse pick?
Exactly.
It'll be interesting.
It's kind of funny. Like I basically got the germ roll on this draft. Get
it out of the system. Somebody else is going to get it now.
Yeah.
Me.
Well, good news is that Germ is actually going to use his real name in the actual draft. Well, our MHC will type it in and not allow him the choice. So
Never. Greatness. Joe Daddy at 19. Typing all these in real quick. Brandon. Save bench.
But if nothing else, this draft has really shown that it doesn't matter really how many balls you had. You've got a good chance of moving one way or the other.
It's very volatile. It
is very volatile.
You can go anywhere from, 30 to 10.
Well, I mean, I think the biggest things like Mustang at 25 with 20 balls, right? Like he basically should have been in the top around 10 around.
Yeah.
And then obviously poor Gom getting screwed again in a draft as usual. I mean,
Trigger had the second least amount of balls and he makes it halfway up the list.
Yep. I know, right?
All right. Let's go over here to the draft room. Brock, I just now sent you that spreadsheet that I'm going to be updating, just so you can follow along easier.
Cool.
All right. So, and then what we will see or what everybody else sees on the screen here is Brock's big board here. Brock's best available teams. He did a power ranking of all these teams. I don't have the tiers that you put on here. So
that's fine. No.
We can talk about that when we get into it further. Yeah. So Tyrant, and I guess we can just. What do y'all think? I think we just do this all together, or do y'all want to take turns picking?
Y'all two can take turns back and forth, and I can kind of just talk about it after.
Are you sharing the screen right now, Joe?
No, not sharing the screen. I just sent you that spreadsheet. It'll just be on that spreadsheet.
Okay.
Yep.
No, I have it. I just didn't know if you wanted anyone else to see it or not. That's
all right. Well, let's rotate here then, Dom, if you want.
Oh God.
I wasn't prepared to rotate either, but we'll rotate it. We'll see what happens.
So does Tyrant take the Jets with number 1? I don't think he does. I can't see him doing it just because that number 1 pick is so juicy. The chances of getting it again are
who would he
nil.
take?
Who would he take?
Would he go Baltimore again?
Oh gosh, no, I don't know. You never know, actually, but I don't think he would, just because it takes someone pretty special to take the same team twice in a row, unless it's their favorite team, and the Ravens aren't his favorite team. I mean, there's Lamar, but I don't think Lamar's enough to bring him to do it again. I wouldn't honestly. I could see him taking. We can just give him the Chargers. I mean, like. It is the theoretical consensus best team.
It'd be interesting because I know he likes to run the ball.
Yeah. He does.
Yeah, he
that.
likes to run the ball, and he doesn't really rely on speedy receivers much,
Well-
and the Chargers don't have any.
No,
I would have given him the Browns just because I know he'd love Nick Chubb, but I just don't know if he would want to be in the same division he was last year.
yeah.
So
Yeah, I get tired of the same division.
yeah, well, that's what I mean. And there's really not a lot of good running teams
Also, yeah.
except for the Chargers, because Eckler's probably is Eckler a superstar or
Yeah, he's
X-Factor?
solid. Yeah.
So yeah, I would think we'd give the Chargers. I think that's
Yeah.
So the Chargers are Brock's number one team. And why do you think they're number one? Obvious reasons.
Yeah, there's a bit of a gap. Yeah. Some of the things I wrote. I mean, you have 2 X-Factor edge rushers. If you don't rely on speedy receivers, you have 2 receivers with abilities. I think Justin Herbert's throw power is up to 96 with his speed, and he's a superstar now. So you have a halfback, you have pass catchers, you have a quarterback, you have an O-line, you have edge rushers, you have J.C. Jackson at your cornerback now to go with Asante Samuel. You have Derwin James, and they drafted a 94 speed rookie safety.
And he loves hit sticking.
At 6'2".
So Derwin will be killing everybody.
There's not much of a weakness. Maybe just paying everybody once that hits.
Yeah.
But they're loaded, and they're not just good at almost every group. They're almost elite. So yeah, there's a gap there. I think they're really good.
Okay. So Taste is up, and I feel like if Taste is number 2 and this team's available, this one's obvious because Taste runs the ball and plays defense, and that's the Browns.
Yeah.
I feel like he would for sure take the Browns.
Yeah.
And he had the Browns in Madden 20. What it was gone when he made it to the AFC Championship game.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, no, he would definitely take the Browns.
Yeah.
Honestly, like if I hadn't been the Browns and I was the number 1 pick, I would still take the Browns this year.
Yeah.
Like over the Chargers, I just would like. Even like, I mean, Deshaun Watson is the X factor there because he's not an X factor. he's going to be paid some obscene amount of money that you can never trade. But he's still an upgrade over Baker, right? So.
Yeah.
And the rest of the team stayed together.
But his contract is going to be stupid.
Well, that's the thing, right? You can never get rid of him.
Yeah. Yeah, they're my number 3 team. And them Chargers and the Bills are kind of that top tier for me where it's a step above. If you don't have a moral compass, you have a good enough quarterback. If you do have some morals, we'll see, That's your call.
There's no morals.
I feel like that whoever takes we should announce it beforehand. And I don't know if this will actually be the case, but to me, it would be fair that if anyone actually wants to rename Deshaun Watson right off the bat, they should be able to. Morally.
He's playing. The Browns are going to play him.
Oh, no, I'm not saying that you have to lose the player.
so.
I just say that if you morally think that you would rather not be playing with Deshaun Watson.
Well, if it's going to bother you that bad, it's still him.
I like the conflicting decision of it, Do I want to win or do I want to be a good person?
Yeah.
But they're really good. They have they're kind of built around elite players.
They are.
And their elite players are not old like on some teams. Their elite players are all below 30. So
that's right. That's why I took them.
Yeah, I mean, don't need to say too much about them. They're good.
Yeah.
The only downside is you're not going to be drafted in the first for the first 2 seasons because they just sent their picks off to Houston. So
Good point.
That's something to consider.
Yeah.
It's a great point.
True.
Especially with money and contracts, the way it works, you can't really operate with not drafting at all anymore.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right, so that means Germ gets to pick for Mr. Skittle.
No, you do. I just picked Taste.
What? Oh, well then Brock gets to pick for Skittle because I picked Tyler.
We're just doing me and you.
Oh, just me and you? We're not letting Brock do anything?
Well, Brock was going to do a little review. If Brock wants to do it, I don't care.
No, Brock can analyze.
My brain's going to get overwhelmed. I'm Mel Kiper here. I'm not making the picks. I'm analyzing. I'm telling you if you did a good job.
Let's just make sure that. So, we'll see when we get down to our picks if we're off kilter here. But okay, for Skittle, well, he picked the Titans last year, so we know. And what did he have the year before that?
Well,
did he have the Eagles?
Here's the thing. Yeah, he's an Eagles fan. Him and Maloney are picking 3rd and 5th, and both are Eagles fans.
I think Skittle will take the Eagles.
I think he would too.
They're good enough. They're not. It's not a reach really.
But I hope Skittle does get a high pick and take the Eagles, because Skittle is like one of the most fun players in the league when he's really caring about a team, and I think the Titans weren't as thrilling for him as the Eagles. So I think if Skittle gets the Eagles, we're going to have a fun season of Skittle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Eagles, that might be the most underrated receiving core in the league, because everybody think of the core. You have AJ Brown and Devontae Smith, and everybody's like, "Oh, that's awesome." I don't know. A lot of people realize Quez Watkins' speed got pushed to 98.
Yeah.
So you have 3 stud receivers. I'm curious to see with them is kind of how whoever gets them handles the quarterback situation. That'd be interesting, because Jalen Hurts is fast and he's decent, but
he should be. What's his rating this year?
Throw power,
What's his overall this year?
Oh, I think it's in the 70s. So
he's
not going to be great. It's in the 70s. He's already, I think, 24, and he's got 86 throw power.
He should be at least star this year, though. I think last year he was in normal.
Yeah,
probably a star.
So it'd be interesting. I was thinking about it earlier. I don't think I've yet to see anybody in a franchise commit to a low throw power quarterback and it actually worked out long term.
Yeah.
I remember Jalen Hurts. Somebody tried him. I think Gorilla tried him, and he ended up bouncing around the league until enough good rookies were in the league that he just phased out.
I had one pretty decent season, because Russell Wilson, up until last year, they gave him 86 throw power for whatever ungodly reason, even though he was like one of the best deep throwers in the league. And I had a pretty good season with the Seahawks that one year.
You can play. Yeah, you have to know what you're doing. You can't be scanned deep. It's at the roster to do it. I mean, they added Hassan Reddick on the edge, who's solid, and you got James Bradbury back there now too. So it's a pretty good roster. Other than Jalen, you're not seeing too much struggle. The O-line's getting a little old on a couple spots, and you have 2 firsts your first season as well, so that's something to consider too.
Plus,
it's helpful.
So it's a good roster for sure.
Yep.
Kind of one of those. I have a tier of best teams that are a quarterback away, and that's one of them in my opinion. If you could insert X quarterback at 90 overall, you'd be top 3, top 4.
Yep. I absolutely love the fact that Jerem gets to pick for MHC. Given with the teams that are available, I just love the pick that's going to be coming.
Well, it's going to be interesting, because I really do think he's going to take the Broncos this year. But if he ends up that high again, which he probably will be, I think he does also like Josh Allen. So the Bills would be interesting.
I also think that MAC would be sorely tempted to take the Ravens again, because that was where he had his
most success.
His success. He won his Super Bowls with the Ravens with Lamar, and they lost Hollywood, but still the Ravens.
Here's the thing: Russ is going to keep getting older. If he's going to want to use the Broncos again, his team, he's going to need to do it quick, because Russ is going to keep getting older. He's going to keep getting worse in the game. So this is probably the prime year to take him.
Yeah, it's Broncos or Bills for sure.
I'm going Broncos.
Oh.
I thought they'd be a little higher on Brock's rankings, but again, I've not looked at them Madden-wise.
That's one of them. I think my final take was it isn't quite as good as what you hoped it to be. For whatever reason, they dropped Russell to an 87. With his age, that's gonna, you lose 2 overall at 95. It's not a big deal. You lose 2 overall at 87.
Yeah,
you're dropping to the 80s and losing abilities quick. I mean, you have Patrick Surtain, you have Simmons, you have Judy and Sutton and Hamler, and your fast tight end. But outside of that, your D line's not good. The Randy Gregory signing is almost bad because it's such a big contract, and he's just not great in Madden at all, and he's older.
Yeah.
You don't have a first-round pick for season 1 or 2.
Yikes.
Yeah, that's a big knock. So there's a lot of holes there. Like the defense, outside of a couple studs, is just not a lot there.
Mm-hmm.
So, and Javonte's great. I love him, but 88 speed in Madden, how good is he ever going to be?
Exactly.
So it sucks. That's the downside of the game, because it's somebody you really want to use and enjoy.
Yeah.
But you just,
I don't know why they do that with these young running backs. They make them so freaking slow now.
Yeah.
And so we'll see with this pick that we have our two of our commissions are in the same division already.
I love it.
And I don't think they've ever been.
No, I don't think they have. That'd be a fun little rivalry, though.
Yeah. All right.
Maloney, you're up. Gum.
Well, luckily he took the 49ers last year.
Surely he wouldn't snipe me again. when I'm this close to him, surely he wouldn't do it again.
So I think you're pretty safe on that respect. So Maloney, obviously, he likes to have the young quarterback. So I mean, I guess the question is, have they fixed Josh Allen? Like,
yeah, that's going to be. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
well, he's an X factor now. I know he's always been like weirdly broken. Yeah, in a bad way.
Well, and that's the thing. People won't have time to learn if he is still or not. Like, I don't care if you're going to play like 10 games in a fake franchise mode the day before you get to pick your team, because it's.
I do think he'll grab one of those AFC teams: Bills, Chiefs, or Ravens.
Yeah, I think he takes the Bills. I mean,
I can see that.
He likes to run the ball and run play action off of it. Now the Bills they drafted a good halfback.
Yeah, so pretty good.
They're a lot more feasible.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, the Bills are decked out. I mean,
yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean,
because I wanted to take the Ravens for Maloney, because Maloney definitely likes to move with his quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Like you were saying, he loves the play action rollout, and obviously, if you have Lamar, that's great. But Josh Allen's like probably one of the top 5 guys doing that too. So I think based on the fact the Bills are just so much better on the rest of the team, that's just where he'd want to go.
I wrote on the Bills' weaknesses. There's no weaknesses as long as Allen's accuracy isn't broken again.
Yep.
That's it. Exactly. That's what it relies on. Yep. Allen's ridiculous. James Cook, the halfback, is going to be a stud. Stephon Diggs is elite. Von Miller's on there now. You have a pass rush. They drafted I think 93 speed corner in the first round.
Yep.
To go with Trey White. So
in theory,
our safeties.
There's even rumors OBJ might be going to the Bills, which would
I've seen the talk. So
give him a couple
next week.
Yeah,
that's true.
No kidding.
That'll be an interesting if he's still a free agent. We're gonna have an interesting free agent draft.
Yeah, it will be.
Smithy, this is an easy one, Cowboys. Don't even have to think about it.
Yeah,
him or Flap, whoever picks first, will get the Cowboys.
And they're solid. I mean, honestly, hopefully he doesn't go homer and try to use Zeke.
No,
he just takes all with Pollard. Their O-line's still good. Michael Parsons is ridiculous if you know how to use him. Just look at what Flap did and run around the tackle.
And a little spoiler alert.
Is good now.
Zeke is going to lose superstar. He's not going to be a superstar.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah.
That's your one spoiler of that will not happen.
I think everybody kind of could assume that one.
Yeah.
I mean, the defense is kind of carried by 2 players, so that's,
Well, that one player is God mode.
Yeah, exactly. So you kind of see the homer pick there, but Dak's good. He's not elite, but he's solid. CD's got a ton of potential, so they're on a top 5 team, but they're solid enough where if you're going to reach for him, it's not a bad reach by any means to get your team. Smithy will have a lot of fun with Pollard too. I think if he commits like he did the last season to Breida,
yeah,
he could do well.
Yep, I agree. All right, who's Soup taking?
Well, Soup's going to obviously take his defense.
He got him.
Go ahead, Brock. You can.
I was just saying he got him. He actually got his team. He's home in form this year.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, the Ravens are.
Yeah,
they're the Ravens. I mean, they might not be what they were close just because they lost Hollywood. But Soup likes to run the ball, and he's never really been a speed addict like a lot of guys are in the pass game.
No.
So you still have Lamar. I think Mark Andrews is like 95 overall now.
He'll be X factor. Yeah.
O-line's really good.
It could be bad news.
And it's 100% right too. Like Soup will love using Patrick Queen. Like he's just going to be like a force with Queen there. So I mean,
the only weakness is the receivers. So they even drafted. I'm curious to see how good David Ajabo is. The Torres Achilles, and that was going to be a top 10 pick out of Michigan, the edge rusher.
Yeah, he was a monster.
He's got pretty good attributes. I think Soup would make him really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, he would love that. It'd be a lot of fun for him.
Yeah, and Soup taking the Ravens basically will mean that Taste is going to stop playing by season 3.
Yep.
Because he'd be like, I don't want to do this anymore. why keep playing in this division? So good luck. Hopefully this happens to you, Soup. You get your Ravens. We'll see. But next up is a difficult pick for Jeremy.
Yeah, I don't know where
Cowboys
he would
are
go
gone.
here. That's with the Cowboys gone. Where would Flap go? Would he just take the Chiefs? I kind of think
He likes to run the ball too.
Yeah.
It's tough because a lot of the guys like to run the ball, and the running the ball teams aren't really the top teams.
Looking at these, I think he might go Panthers. Because he could run the ball. He's got all those fast corners.
I would agree with you. Because
Yeah.
keep in mind that
Yeah, go ahead, go on.
I was just going to say, keep in mind that Flap really turned his game around when he really started using Pollard. And so he's going to want a running back that he can a good playmaking running back. And to me, obviously, there's no one better than CMC. So I think, and really, the Panthers are underrated just because they've got so much speed at corner. And I know Flap does not like getting burned.
Yeah.
It's crazy how the Panthers are far and away the best NFC South team in Madden.
I think I specifically remember last Madden Flap mauling about his cornerbacks in Dallas. So
I think Panthers for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I put the Panthers 10th originally, and then I moved them up because maybe not for one game, but for a CFM, they're great.
Yeah.
And then the addition of Baker was huge for them if you want to use him. If you don't, Matt Corral is actually usable at quarterback too.
Yeah.
He has decent stats. So, and right there, I mean, if you have two good quarterbacks, there's a lot of people that need quarterbacks.
Just trade Baker to Pax and then use Corral.
There you go.
Except Pax won't trade. So
I guess that's true.
Well, now I gotta think some on this next pick here. What would Germ do here? Just ready.
Go back to the Dolphins, maybe?
After basically telling the league about 1,000 times over the last year that he planned to take the 49ers this year and they better not take him, I'm going to guess that he's going to take the 49ers.
Right.
I think those 8 people in front of me could be trusted.
OG world. I didn't write too much of the 49ers out of respect for Germ because I don't want to hype them up too much.
Well, the good news for Germ is that at least in this draft is almost all the people taken are who got draft picks in front of them are people who really have favorite teams that aren't the 49ers.
Right.
Like we haven't really made a lot of picks above you that are not favorite teams. Like Soup, Smithy, MHC, Skittle, Taste, all those are basically their favorite teams. So.
Yeah. The thing about, and I have said this, the 49ers are a team, they're set right now. If you want to build a team, that's not who you want at all. Because the only players on the whole team worth building is Lance, the quarterback, and then Danny Gray, the fast receiver. That's it. There's nobody else on the whole team.
Like, you don't want anybody else on the whole team?
I'm saying there's everybody else that's younger than 24 isn't worth deving up.
No, that's something I mentioned too. I even think I put in the write-up.
Yeah,
they have a bunch of 70 overall, 90 speed corners.
Yeah, that's why top heavy, not a lot of depth to develop. Yeah,
Warner's Warner, but he's getting up there.
But you have some studs, so
I do think there's contract situation will be terrible too.
Yeah, Mitchell's going to be a star though, right? Even though he's only going to be a 90 speed star or whatever.
Yeah.
And you don't have a first round pick the first year, I don't think.
No, I do not.
No.
Look at him. He's like, I do not. He's like, no.
This is my team. This is set in stone.
Yeah, it's done. You've locked it in.
I want to see Germ on a team with a horrible cornerback room.
That's what they have, basically.
Because their DB group is not anything to write home about.
I thought Germ started with a terrible cornerback room
I don't know. Last year,
last Madden, I had the corners.
Oh, it might have been
the Colts. I didn't have good corners 2 years ago.
Yeah, that was what I was remembering.
Rocky Scene.
Okay.
All right, Koopa.
All right, and Koopa's just going to go best team available, I think. But
Koopa runs the football
your choice.
Crazy.
The Colts could be a sneaky pick for somebody who loves running the ball.
Yeah.
Just for Taylor because he's so good this Madden.
Oh, what is Pacheco rated? Do you know?
Who's Koopa a fan of?
Pacheco's not good enough to develop. I looked.
Okay.
I don't know who Koopa likes. He hasn't really mentioned it.
Well, so he took we'll just go. He took the Chargers last year, and they were probably one of the best teams available at the time. Balanced team.
Yeah, but he picked after me though. Like, so he picked kind of late.
Packers are really balanced roster
Packers
wise.
are balanced, and I think he's always been AFC because he was Titans a few years ago too.
You know what? Well, it's not my pick, so.
Lock it in.
I was gonna say I think I know what Cooper would do here, but it's not my pick.
I want to say he would take the Bengals. Looking at these, Mixon solid. You got Chase. You got Burrow.
Yeah, the Bengals are fun.
Man, I don't know what he would do.
I think you might want to look a little lower.
With the Cardinals?
Kind of what I think. I feel like that Koopa would do, that might be because the Cardinals are sneaky good
really
because
have
they've got a lot of
I
studs.
think I'll run with James.
Note though, Hopkins is only a star because he got suspended.
Oh
Which
really?
I'll adjust it.
Ooh.
So that's something for y'all to discuss.
Did that actually, or did we change that, or was that just
No,
in the
that's
game?
Madden's putting him out as a star, so y'all might want to
Really?
discuss that.
I don't know. I'm
don't-
shocked they made
They don't
him a
give
star.
devs to players who are suspended.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
I'm just putting Bengals.
Okay. Yeah, the Bengals are. They seem fun in the surface, but you kind of think they have a bad defense. Their defense has improved a lot.
Bates is a god.
Trey Hendrickson's getting pretty good off the edge. Their first round rookie they drafted was like a 93 or 94 speed safety, and they actually snagged a 93 speed corner in the second round. So they got a big boost on the secondary, kind of what they were lacking last year. And Burrow's X factor, so he's a stud. Mixon's good, bigger back that's pretty elusive. Chase is really good. So yeah, that's a really good pick for him. I feel like it's one of the more fun teams of the year too to take, especially if you don't really want to bust up your team too much.
Yep.
It's a good spot to be. And they got Hayden Hurst at tight end. Sneaky. He's like 87, 88 speed.
Sneaky Madden player.
Yep.
He was on my team last couple of years.
Yep.
All right, where's Gianni going?
Okay, well, see, this is a funny one because I want to say that he's going to take the Dolphins.
Johnny's a big homer. He's
Yeah.
made it known.
He's what?
He's a homer.
He's a big Steelers fan.
Yeah,
He's
big
made it known that he's looking.
But would he take the
it's
Steelers
tough.
over
You
the Packers or the
you have to
be
love
Chiefs
it.
or the Dolphins?
Well, it depends. And well, I guess like in another league, if he happened to have already gotten,
That's what I was about to say.
Yeah.
If,
That would kind of determine a lot.
yeah, for sure. For sure.
So that will change things up. But let's just assume that he doesn't take the Steelers here because he's got a decent pick. And I just don't know. Tua is such a big deal breaker because I know I would never take the Dolphins just because I could not use a left-hand quarterback.
Not even that, but they made him a lot worse this year. He got nerfed pretty hard.
Yeah. But I also know that Johnny does love his speed. Like he took the iteration of Henry Ruggs to whatever he was named to. And he loved that.
What's the two Packers receivers? What's their speed? Dobbs and Watson. Are they either those
Watson's
fast
9.
boys?
Christian Watson's 93. I don't know on Dobbs.
Dobbs might be 94. I can't remember, but he's going to be low though. So
Yeah, he was late enough where he won't be.
yeah,
In fact,
like the Packers, if you take them, you're just doing it for their defense at this point. Like
I think the Packers, you're probably trading for an older receiver that somebody's trying to move off of.
Yeah, like I don't
Dobbs is
even
only
know.
90 speed, 67 overall, so he's pretty rough.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd even have the Packers fourth best on the best available. Like even though they're an 88 overall team, so they're like one of the top overalls, but that's because of their defense. So but although Johnny does love his defense, so
I could sway you on that one. I think Packers are decked.
yeah. So do we give Johnny the Dolphins or do we give him the Packers or do we give the Steelers?
You
know what,
Sky Moore's only 89 speed.
I think he didn't Johnny get like a super bad pick in Isle, I think. So let's give him the Steelers.
Steelers? Oh boy.
Make it easy on yourself.
Well, you know what? I don't think he's going to get it over there because I think he was like a really late pick. So
Okay, yeah, I mean, that's
So
fine.
just like that, the AFC North is set.
Yeah. There's the death division right there, isn't it?
Taste, Koopa, Soup, and Johnny. That'd be a good mix.
It'd be fun. Steelers are, yeah, they're like 25th ranked for me, I think, and it's basically they have no quarterback that's really usable in Madden, which is tough. They don't have an O-line either, which doesn't help, especially if pass rush is actually improved. And they don't have any corners, so that's three glaring spots. But outside of that, I mean, Najee's going to be a stud. I think he's going to be fast enough where he can still be good. He'll get in the 90s very quick. They drafted a sneaky, small 5'9", 95 speed receiver. So almost a little Clifford Franklin type for him there. Mm-hmm. And don't forget they added Miles Jack from Jacksonville to go with Devin Bush.
Yeah.
And he likes linebackers a lot. So
yeah,
that's a big boost for him there.
Yeah. But it's still 100%. If he gets the Steelers over there, which will happen first, then there's no, obviously he's not going to take him here too. No way.
Yeah. No, yeah, definitely right on that.
I have no idea about Dark and what he would
He's a big Colts fan.
Oh, is he?
He says he's taking the Colts if they're there, and if not, best team available.
There you go.
There you go.
It's done. Yeah, I do remember you talking to him about the Colts in there.
Yeah. So yeah, I missed my team. The Colts are another one. They just need a quarterback. I mean, if you can get a quarterback from somebody, you're good. Matt Ryan's 82 overall, but I think he's down to 85 throw power.
Eesh.
And his speed's in the 60s, so you can't move. So
yeah, so the first thing they'd want to do is probably try to get one of those young quarterbacks that somebody's not going to use, like a Corral or somebody.
But it'd be interesting this year. I'm kind of wanting to touch on that. I can't find a lot of quarterbacks that are going to be targetable in a trade that you really want. It's going to be interesting to see. And there's a lot of teams that need quarterbacks.
Well, we thought that last year, and then Gom came to work with Felipe Franks the first season.
Yeah. But like Colts are, I mean, you have
first or the second?
First. You had him once you traded Baker.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
which was week 3.
Yep. To some schmuck. All right, so McGee. Obviously, the Eagles are gone. He's devastated.
He loves Rodgers because he traded for him. So
he did love playing with Rodgers.
I mean, he would take the pack. Well,
I think I could see him taking the Chiefs instead.
That's what I mean. Packers or Chiefs.
Yeah, I think he takes the Chiefs. I think he likes Mahomes. He wants Mahomes. He's got the guys to throw to.
Oh, and him with the commissions, that'd be amazing. What an experience.
Chiefs are definitely worth a breakdown because they had a lot of shuffling. They're still pretty good, though. I mean, Marquez Valdes-Scantling's an underrated Madden guy because he's got 95 speed.
Yep.
Sky Moore, unfortunately, as Jerm noticed earlier, kind of sucks.
Yeah, I just looked.
He's not very good. He's only 89 speed, so that's frustrating.
Well, you mean you got Hardman, you got
you're
MBS.
Fine. You have two guys that are fast, and you have Kelsey.
Yeah, you're fine.
You lost Honey Badger, but you picked up Justin Reed, who's got like 92, 93 speed.
That's a big upgrade in Madden. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, it's still a great roster. They drafted a 93 speed safety in the 7th round, so you could have 2 stud safeties.
The decision's right here for Gom. Keep saying he's going to go Seahawks no matter what, and then you get these 2 fast Dolphin receivers sitting there, plus the Packers. I think you're just going to take the Seahawks only because you know I'm the Niners.
Yeah, that's the reason. Have to stay with Jerm all the time.
I don't think you do it otherwise.
If
I was not the Niners, you would take the Packers or the Dolphins.
No,
Probably the Dolphins.
I will tell you right now that if Dolphins had a right-handed quarterback that was actually like someone that you could use,
you traded Baker by week 3 last Madden.
Yeah,
wouldn't take you no time.
But I didn't take Seahawks last year either.
That's what I'm saying.
I would take, if the Dolphins had a right-handed quarterback that was already like superstar or a young guy that you could make into a good one, I would take the Dolphins if they were still there. But since they don't, there's really no team that I would take instead of the Seahawks at this point. Probably of who's left for sure. Regardless of where Jerm is.
No, I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I think I am a heavy influence on this one.
Oh, yeah. Seahawks are I almost ranked them a lot higher because they're one of those teams that their overall is low, but you have everything you need for your rebuild. You just need a quarterback and a couple pieces on defense. It's all there.
That's the reason.
Yeah. Your
That's the
receivers are
reason.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Especially, I mean, DK is probably the best receiver in the game, in my opinion.
Me too.
Kenneth Murray is really good. He has really good ratings. You have a rookie left tackle they drafted high, so you're set there. Drafted a 98 speed corner. And then next draft, you have 2 firsts and 2 seconds.
Even if one of them is, even if they are MHCs, but yeah, it still helps.
Still, yeah.
It's all a matter of like getting a quarterback.
You get a quarterback and you'll make it work. Yeah.
No, that's exactly it. I'm my Browns experience. That's just what I love is just taking young guys, building them up. Seahawks last year, there's a reason I didn't take them or even think of taking them because they had nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And now they actually have some young talent. So
I think Seymour's taking one team here.
Well, it's I guess I have to pick it. Well, if you know, why don't you just tell us?
I'm just saying, as the biggest troll we've ever had, and the first team he ever had in AGS was the Dolphins. And him being a little speed whore that he is, and wanting to troll us, he would definitely have Waddle and Tyreek.
Yeah, I think that's a given.
Yeah, Dolphins are pretty good. They aren't quite what you I thought they were going to be when I dove into them. You know, just adding Tyreek seemed huge. They still have some holes. You know, Tua is pretty much unusable. They added Teron Armstead, but the rest of their line is still really bad.
Well, the good news is to Seymour that I will trade you either Locke or Geno Smith, whichever one you want.
Mm-hmm.
Your pick.
Both.
Your pick.
Yeah, they're great. And they have a 91 speed linebacker with 86 hit power. So
that's Seymour.
Fun team.
The originator of Guitar Hero.
Yeah.
Indeed. Trigger.
All right.
Brock, who's Trigger's team?
Yeah. So Trigger finally getting a good pick.
Trigger's a Broncos fan.
So take the Raiders out of it. He ain't picking them.
Yeah. I don't know what he'd do here. He likes to run the ball.
It's interesting. So Trigger's
would be impossible to pass on at this point, I think. Unless he wants to build a team.
He does like their passing game. He loves Jair Alexander too.
He just had an entire AGS experience with a shitty roster.
Yeah. He's a big Jair fan too. He loves him. So I think he'd go Packers pretty safely.
You don't think he likes Cardinals?
No, he doesn't like passing the ball. He likes Aaron Jones too.
Okay, yeah. So
Trigger's one. If he can get a good running game, he'll win some games. He'll surprise people because he's pretty good on defense.
Yeah,
he likes having good defensive players. I know he got tired of Pax dunking on him in his corners last year.
So I tell you, if Trigger joined our division, he'd be probably thrilled because me and Jerm are both available late.
Yeah. True.
And his, from what I remember, his hours are after 10 o'clock or something like that. So,
but yeah, the Packers are really good. He likes a lot of their players.
Yeah.
I
can't see the Packers falling all the way to 16, but they might.
There's a lot.
I can see it. They're a defensive team at this point.
It depends on how many homers in front of them.
But their defense is so good, and they added 2 rookies that are really good too.
Yeah. All right. So we're on to Intel, who always ends up with the Vikings.
And here they are again.
And so, nice, easy pick.
Yeah, that must be done.
Yep.
He would be so happy if he got them again.
Yeah.
He will ride the Vikings till the end.
He's got a solid chance.
He's the opposite exception where he wants the same team every year. You know?
Yep.
Yeah.
And they're still really good. I mean, you got Dalvin and Justin Jefferson. That's an offense itself right there.
Yeah.
And they added Zadarius Smith, so you have 2 really good edge rushers. I think they drafted 2 fast defensive backs, a fast corner and a fast safety, which was kind of was their big issue. Yeah, so
their DB's been lacking for years.
Yeah, they're looking up.
So the Cats changed color, just so you know.
Oh boy. Different cat.
Yeah.
Got to put him on the logo?
Her, but yes.
Her, okay.
She's not quite as agile, so you don't see her very often.
Yeah, we're going through a run of picks we need.
Brock Rose. So yeah, we'll be getting some Brock picks.
So where would G go here?
He's a big Bucks fan. Bucks
there you go.
100%. He's going Tampa.
It's done.
They're odd because they're so good, but I don't know. They're just
Well, they're just old.
There's not a
they're
fun build.
older. They don't have a lot of young, exciting players.
They're great for year one.
Season. That's what I have. Their number one strength season 1 roster.
Yeah.
I mean, they have good receivers. Their O line is good and pretty young, but
yeah.
They did get a 93 speed corner in the draft. That'll help because that was kind of their glaring issue of their cornerback. So quarterback's interesting because you probably got Brady for a year, maybe 2, but it's a really good roster to win season 1.
Yeah. All right, where would Joe Daddy
go? That's a great question. Where would Joe Daddy go?
Where would Joe Daddy go? Why are
go ahead.
Why are the Commanders so low on yours?
Why are they so low? I'm telling you, 23 to 10 is really hard to rank.
Yeah.
I
mean, I haven't looked at them. I just remember last Madden thinking about it, and they were one of the top teams with the D line. You got McLaurin, Samuel. How good did they make Jahan Dotson?
I think he was not as fast as you were thinking. He was
75 overall, 92 speed, 94 excel. That's solid, though.
They have a good receiving core because they have Curtis Samuel.
Really
too.
Good receiving core.
There isn't a huge reason. They don't have a lot of flash, I think is why. Halfback is in. Their D-line's really good.
Well, let's keep it. I was going to say, let's keep in mind at this point, like in all honesty, people are probably, I mean, yeah, you're not going to know what divisions that people are in, but you're going to have a kind of a good idea about it. So,
yeah, there's not a ton of weaknesses, but like the Seahawks are above them. Would you rather the Commanders with what they have or the Seahawks with what they have? It kind of gets where it's apples and oranges. Like there's upside with each. Do you want to play season 1 with the 65 overall quarterback or whatever he is?
Do you think he goes like the Rams and Cardinals are still up there, and the Rams obviously won the Super Bowl. Do you think Joe wants like a top-heavy team that's old, or does he want actually something?
I think he probably would go Cardinals. I think that'd be his pick.
All right.
So yeah, they don't need...
Joe Daddy learns after the draft that he's playing with me and Jeremy.
I think he'd enjoy that. But yeah, the Cardinals are. I mean, they're. It'd be interesting to see somebody like him there because they're a pass, a gunslinger's dream kind of team.
Yeah,
throwing the football. I mean, you have Hollywood Brown. You added to that already good receiving core. The defense is shaky, but you have Isaiah Simmons and Budda Baker to kind of hold it down. Corners are weak, but it's a really fun team.
Well, yeah, JJ's still there doing stuff.
We know what Sonex would do here.
Yeah.
Go ahead and write in the Commanders for him.
Yeah. He'd be scary there too,
Oh, yeah.
Because you already had the receiving core you tore it up with last year. Add in Dotson, you add in a quarterback that's a rookie that has I think 93 or 94 throw power.
Yeah.
Yeah, 93 throw power. He's basically so I gave Sam Howell the Madden 23 Jacob Eason award. That's basically what he is. He's taking over as a new Eason. So yeah, nothing. We just kind of talked about them. So he also has 94 speed safety. So that's fine.
All right, so the next Brock bro is Brandon. What do you think, Brock? What's he doing? Who does he like?
He's a big Dolphins fan.
I almost got him.
I think he likes the Rams a bit too, so he might go the Rams here.
Okay.
I think that's kind of where I'd see him.
So
the Rams are a really weird CFM team. Because I think as everybody knows, they're great IRL, but
they're just top heavy.
Their only player that's younger than 28 that's good is Cam Akers or can be good.
Yeah.
Everybody else is the youngest of their good players is Jalen Ramsey at 28, 29. So it's you don't have a lot of draft picks either to work with. So it's going to be interesting to see how somebody works that. Season 1, you'll be great. Because you have so many freaking studs, but Donald's not going to last forever. Wagner, you have Bobby Wagner now, but he's not going to last long. Cooper Kupp's elite this year, but he is slower, and as soon as he starts regressing, he's going to lose a speed or two. He's going to be tough. So it's interesting, Stafford's a statue, and he's already old, so
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of you have a lot of options, kind of what you want to do after season 1 and 2, because you have to switch some things up.
Yeah. But this is basically about where you're kind of hitting the line on the teams.
Yeah,
that are
you're kind of each team has their scars right here.
Yeah.
Do you want to rebuild? Do you want to win season 1? Kind of that.
All right. So not a veg.
I don't know what he would do, but I remember he traded.
Well,
He traded Burrow. He got that young quarterback.
Costello. Yeah.
So maybe
Peyton Costello. He definitely likes to throw the ball.
he traded. He also traded Chase, of course, to Brock.
Oh,
So I kind of think he might go rebuild team. So I don't think he would go Raiders or Saints. Maybe the Jets or the Falcons. Well, the Titans.
how good? Yeah, how good is it? Because I think he'd do the Titans because he definitely wants the good quarterback, and that's really the only place you're getting it.
Well, the Jets you got Zach Wilson. Titans have Malik Willis. Falcons have Ritter. Is Ritter any good?
Yeah, he's pretty good. He's solid. He's not great, but he's solid.
So I mean, Ritter, Drake London, Cal Pitts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You pick it, Gom.
I think he's doing the Titans.
Okay. Titans for not a bench.
I just remember because he was in my division. He never really needed that stud receiver. He just needed a really good quarterback, and then the tight end. Actually, you know what? Now that I think about it, I think he definitely needs a tight end. So that kind of negates.
They have
undo.
Wait a second. The Titans have a stud rookie tight end that nobody knows about.
Then keep it.
Is he a fast boy?
Chigozium Okonkwo, rookie tight end, 88 speed, 89 excel.
Oh yeah.
All right, that's it.
Yeah.
Lock it in.
Titans are sneaky just because Malik Willis is going to be a god.
He will be. He's so much fun.
And Derrick Henry's already a god at running back. So
he gained his speed. He's up to 93 speed.
I know, everybody else is lower in speed, and then Derrick Henry gets another one.
Yeah.
Poor Achilles and all.
Yeah.
All right. So are we gonna let Brock choose for himself, or are we gonna?
I want y'all to pick for me, and then I'll see if I would have.
I don't want Brock to give away what he would pick here.
Yeah.
Somebody guess, and I'll tell you if I would consider them or no.
Well, I'm not going to say the Saints because you were just the Saints. So
which is why I kind of want to take out the Falcons too, because same division. But I do think he would like the Falcons. I don't think you go Raiders here.
No, I don't think so either.
I think he might go Jets.
Jets was my thought. I could also see him just doing something really shaking it up and go Lions, just to mess with Leak.
I think if he wasn't the Saints, I think the Falcons would be a perfect fit because Drake London, Cal Pitts, young quarterback, decent, got a few decent players on defense.
Well, because the Lions have the speed at receiver, and I know Brock does love his speed at receiver.
That's true too, Jameson Williams.
Mm-hmm.
That's true too.
And he's a shark.
Yeah, the Lions are going to be a super sneaky pick at this point because I don't see them dropping much past here because of the speed at receiver that they have now. Like they probably got one of the best speedy receiver duos of the game.
How's Aramna now?
I would use him. He's slower, but I would use him in the slot, like I did kind of Cup and.
Yeah, so I say Brock takes the Lions. Because at this point, you don't have to feel bad for Leak because he's picking last anyway.
Yeah,
he's not getting the Lions.
Leak's been way too non-committal to the Lions anyways. He's talked about a lot of other teams. So
I'm 87 speed.
Yeah.
That's a yikes. So, Shark. All right. Shark's 90.
So Jerem's going Jets. I'm going Lions.
Would you consider either of them?
Lions, yes. Jets are a funny one. So I love the Jets.
They got that Pax stink on them, don't they?
But I don't want to be in Pax's shadow. And no matter how good I do, I'm not going to do as good as Pax did. So it's always going to be known as Pax's team. So I kind of want to go for legacy building here. So I don't want to go into shadow. I kind of want to go with a team that I can build a AGS legacy for. Like I remember when Brock had this team, not when Pax had the Jets. Nobody would remember me.
Although what Pax ended up with had probably Mims was like the only original Jet left.
I don't want you to give away who your favorite would be among these, so we'll just go Lions here.
Yeah. We'll be kind.
Yeah, we don't
Even
want
though
you to.
even though
I know there's one team out there that you'd be like, that's a team I'd take.
Yeah. But there's enough people who are watching this that
I will say it's definitely thin enough at this point where it wouldn't be a big deal. It really wouldn't matter.
of the teams left. If you're picking this late anyway, you're like,
I kind of have to make my own fun no matter where I go here.
Yeah,
So,
I think you could have fun with any of those teams.
yeah, I can make. Yeah, there's
If it was
three
me
teams
that
don't
late,
want.
I think I'd take the Falcons.
Yeah, they're fun.
I wouldn't just. Yeah, they're fun.
It's preference at this point.
Yep.
All right.
Rakra. Rakra was OG Falcons. I think it was his first team here. Right? Or was he Falcons and IOM? Maybe I'm thinking IOM.
I can't remember what he was the first year. Obviously, he was Steelers last year, but he probably picked like dead last. So
No, I think he was Falcons last IOM because I was the Panthers. Because we played each other.
All right. Well,
So
Parker, I really don't know much about what he would do.
I think he plays pretty balanced. I don't think he has a real.
we're giving him the Raiders. I'm just gonna lock and load Raiders here.
Yeah.
That's the best overall team available.
Yeah, Raiders are good. They have what you need. They have elite pass catchers and they have elite edge rushers.
I don't know who
so
his favorite team is.
they don't have a ton outside of that. Hopefully, we see Max Crosby get that superstar dev, and they should be a lot of fun. I mean, you have two top three. You have a top 3 receiver and a top 3 tight end. So,
yeah,
and Derek Carr is good enough. God knows.
Mm-hmm. Derek
He's
Carr
fine.
is just fine.
Yeah.
They'll probably rate him a little bit better than he did last year.
Yeah, I think he's 83.
Yeah.
Running back kind of sucks. Josh Jacobs is 87, but
yeah,
87 speed too. So
Mustang, if he's picking this late, he's for sure taking the Texans. I think he would have taken the Texans.
yeah, I've been hearing those rumblings.
He's a Houston
Mhm.
fan.
Okay.
Yeah. If he's picking this late, he's taking Texans.
Yeah.
He's not taking them in aisle.
If he gets a bad roll, he won't mind because
yeah,
Texans will be there.
The Texans are interesting. They're historically bad.
They're bad.
yeah.
And, you know, it's kind of do you trade Tunsil and Brandon Cooks and just suck year one? That's kind of your question mark. I mean, Derek Stinley's awesome.
And
Their second first round pick, they took a guard though, which sucks. It has like 86 strength or something terrible.
well, one little spoiler: if Stingley is not superstar in Madden, we will be giving him superstar. So that will be their superstar player.
Nice.
So they will at least be starting with a phenom corner.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean it's rough. It would be good for a homer to get the Texans because I pretty much wrote if you get stuck here and don't like them, like try to stick out this Madden and get a better team next year because it's not going to be a lot of fun. You're gonna have to make it fun for yourself. You have some extra first round picks to kind of play with to make it a little more interesting. So it would be good if Mustang landed here.
Yeah. All right, give him the Texans. Lock it in black if you want.
Oh, sorry. Lock and load. All right, Jake. So Jake would have to go best team here.
Jake will take the Falcons.
Think you go Falcons?
I think Jake
Well,
loves
he did
having a really good tight end.
Exactly, I was about to say that.
And there's no better one than Pitts. And he's going to be able to. He has the nice rookie quarter.
Yeah, he has a fast
quarterback.
Ritter's fast too.
I
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah. So I just see. And he never really needed speed at receiver, which is the one weakness Falcons really have. So I think that's how he goes for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, Falcons are fun. And AJ Terrell is really good this Madden too.
Yeah, he is. Well, and he's going to be a superstar.
Yeah. So you have Grady Jarrett in the middle. You might trade him, you know, I don't know. It's kind of up to you there. But yeah, you have a ton of cap space. Oh, and yeah, he would love this. I forget. They have Deion Jones and he loves a usual linebacker.
Yeah.
And
no easy bears.
and they have let me see. They have a rookie linebacker that has like 90 speed or something or 91 speed.
Yeah. Yeah, they
So
do.
this has Jake written all over it.
Yeah, it does.
I agree.
Yeah. And Feddo's already said he's taking the Bears, so he doesn't mind at all getting the 27th overall pick.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's going Bears.
He doesn't
for
have to
sure.
feel bad about it at all.
Which is good. This is similar to the Texans. This is good that Homer gets them because they were really bad.
It's
outside
Fields
of
and
Justin
Mooney.
Fields.
That's
It's
it.
Fields
and Mooney.
And really,
They
that's
may
all
lose
Feddo will
Roquan.
need.
They may lose Roquan before the time we get to the league. So
Yeah.
As if Feddo can get someone to trade him a running back, then that's all he needs. The rest of it doesn't matter.
and he has a Paris Campbell.
Yeah.
That Velus Jones Jr. guy
Yeah.
they drafted. So it's like 25, a rookie at 25.
Yeah.
He has 94 speed, so he's basically
Yeah.
Paris Campbell.
Paris Campbell right there. So he's in.
So he can make it work. He will make it work. I think, and I kind of think he feels like he prestiged last Madden and he's like done. Like he at level 60, he's back to level 1. It's time to go out on a new adventure. So get a really bad team and just show everybody he's still the best, one of the best ones around.
Yeah. Well, and with Fields, I mean, I think he'll do better with Fields than
It'd be fun to see him with the mobile QB, see how he'd use him.
I know why Jerm's grinning here because he sees what's about to happen on the next pick. So.
Yeah. Pax is taking the Jets again.
Yeah,
and he's going to
is.
be in the death division with Seymour and Maloney. And Maloney and Pax do have history.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because they were in the same division before, too.
But Seymour has welcomed Pax now.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Hank came around. He woke up.
Yeah.
He's like, why is this still happening?
Get the mascot right. He's like, Dad, what are we doing?
We'll put you on the logo.
There you go.
Yeah, and you may think that, well, would Pax take the same team again? And I say 1,000% because he'll take the same team again, not trade, and prove that he can win with the Jets.
Yeah.
Without trading.
Now he can because the Jets had a really, really good Madden draft.
Awesome draft.
Yeah. So good. So
Let me
good.
just read off a couple that are really good to highlight. Garrett Wilson's a stud, 92 speed, I think. Jermaine Johnson, they got late in the first. He's going to be a good edge rusher. Sauce is
ridiculous.
Yeah. They're a lot of fun. And Breece Hall.
Yeah.
Dude is ridiculous. He's gonna be one of the best backs in the league. This CFM. So yeah, they got better.
Yep. They got better and they got extra picks.
I think Pax would consider going a different team if he had an earlier pick, but with those teams left, there's no way he's not just going back to the Jets.
He'll take and honestly, I think he'll probably take Jets a little higher than that too, for that reason, because this Madden is his determination to prove that he can win without having a traded God team.
Yeah.
I think the only teams he would probably he would take the Panthers, but the Panthers going to go so high, so he'd have to get up pretty high.
Yeah.
He likes the Panthers and Cardinals.
Yeah, Cardinals.
Yeah.
They have Oklahoma boys.
Oklahoma.
Although he claims that he doesn't want to be in a division with Germany anymore, so we'll see if
here's Jarrett with the Jaguars sitting here. It's got to happen, right?
Oh, it kind of does, yeah.
The squad, I can't spell.
And then 2 Brock Burrows in a row. Which one of them is going to take the high pick in your rankings? V-Bank likes a tight end, but he doesn't have much choices at this point. But Parker gets the pick first. So will Parker take the Saints? Will he follow the great Brock in this into
He doesn't know of Brock's legacy here.
Yeah, right. I mean,
of the teams left, doesn't he kind of almost have to?
Probably. I know he has some Boston ties. He's kind of a Northeastern kind of guy, but I think he'd go Saints probably. I mean, they're far and away. Honestly, season 1, they're a good team. They're far and away the best team left. The Giants and the Patriots, those bottom 4 teams are in my these are awful situation tier.
Yeah.
Really rough. So the Saints are a huge jump up.
Yeah, I did find it funny that the Patriots were actually an 81 overall team, just because I was trying to picture anyone really good on their roster and I couldn't. And yet they're ranked so high in overall. It must be their offensive line is relatively capable.
Yeah. They have mid-80s guys in the trenches.
Yeah.
Basically.
V-Bank's for sure taking Giants, right? I mean, I got to imagine.
I got V-Bank in text messages saying if he gets the Texans or Patriots or Bears, it's going to be a long cycle.
Yeah.
So he narrowly escapes, I think, here.
The Giants. Yeah. I think he'd be sneaky all right with the Giants.
Giants are fun enough. Yeah, he could have fun with them.
Yeah. And then Leak gets the Patriots and retires.
Poor Leak. Oh, my God. Look at that death division Leak's in. I didn't even think about that.
Oh, man, I know. Not only do you get the Patriots, but then you get put with Pax and Seymour.
And Maloney.
and
Don't
Maloney.
get better.
Like, I don't. No offense, Leak, but I don't think this will be your first playoff year in this Madden based
Yeah,
on
yeah.
having the
But
worst team in the division.
the
and
Patriots are
playing like
brutal.
those
You have 95 speed Tyquan Thornton, a receiver, so that's something. But
guys. That's about
And he's
it.
the
Mac
fastest
Jones
receiver in
is-
the draft, so really he got kind of screwed there
yeah,
because he should be like 97 or 98.
yeah, really. Mac Jones, unfortunately, he's at 81, I think. But knowing Leak, he'd probably try to use him, but then he quickly realizes it's not feasible.
Yeah.
Matt Judon, I think, superstar off the edge, so that's something. Just not a lot there. They're old too. They're not really young.
Yeah, they're very old.
Yeah, so
Well, looking at these divisions, I will say this is probably one of the most balanced.
It's very balanced. So let's just go through it real quick.
yeah.
So AFC East, you got Maloney, Seymour, Pax, and Leak. So that one's the death division, has to be.
Yeah.
The AFC North, we have Taste, Soup, Koopa, and Johnny. That's pretty.
Which is that's a phenomenal.
You got
division
you
too,
got two pretty good powerhouses in there, and then Koopa's always solid. And Taste, when he builds a team, Taste is
Yeah.
really good. But if he
Well,
don't
and
build
Taste-
a team, then he's
as the Browns.
He's no
like
interest.
Yeah.
They're built. Yeah, they're formed for him.
so that's probably Death Division 2.0.
Yeah.
Then this one is interesting: Dark, Veg, Mustang, and Jarrett.
Yeah. You'd want to give Mustang the edge, like by a bit there, but I mean, with the Texans,
It'd be interesting
like-
seeing. It'd be interesting seeing him with the Texans and everybody else in there and see how that ended up.
Yeah.
Well, I think you might see Veg be a sneaky dark horse
He-
to lead that
Right.
division there.
Season 1 especially.
Isn't Dark decent though in his own league? I think wasn't he? I thought somebody said he was pretty good in his league.
He was a playoff contender in his league. I just know he really struggled here with, and I think he had the Rams right when
Yeah.
he was here
Yeah,
last.
yeah.
So
I think he's a kind of, if he can pound the rock kind of coach, he'll do well. And he's got JT
Yeah.
and Quentin Nelson. So
yeah, he could dark horse it too.
Yeah. The AFC West be super fun too. You got Tyrant,
Yeah.
MHC, M McGee, and Arakra.
Arakra. Yeah,
That's a good one.
that's a good division. It will bring our two original commissions closer together, or
Then
drive them farther apart.
I think they love that rivalry.
Yeah.
In the AFC, we've got Skittles, or NFC East, we've got Skittles, Smithy, Sonax, and V-Bank. That's a fun one.
That's a
V-Bank
great
and
division.
Sonax.
And Smithy, if he still keeps doing what he's doing,
yeah.
and Skittles always sneaking. Like Skittle was really good when
Every
he's
third
on.
season,
He's gonna love
Skittles
it,
makes a
Eagles.
playoff
So
run.
volatile. He's another volatile
Yeah.
one. He's like
Yeah.
a wild card, dude. You didn't have no clue.
NFC North, we have Trigga, Intel, Brock, and Affetto. Oh, Brock and Affetto. Didn't even
Brock and
notice that.
Affetto together
Yeah.
again. Woohoo.
That'd be a battle for all 6 seasons.
Yeah.
But 2 kind of poor rosters too, so it'd be interesting.
And he's with one of those teams that choose the clock.
Yeah, I know, right?
That's
There's a
right.
leader of the pack right there.
Yeah.
Twice a year.
Flap, Greatness, Jake, and Parker. That'd be Jake and Flap going at it every year. Be pretty fun. G
Yeah.
and Parker. How good is Parker? Like in, because he joined so late.
Parker is.
Is he like a playoff team regularly, or can he be?
He's like a 500, I think. He can make playoffs a couple years. He might win 6 games a couple years.
Okay, that should be a fun division. And then
You know, G's a wild card. There's no telling.
you have no idea what you're going to get. He's
2 wins
either,
or 10 wins. He had that magical last season
Yeah.
there.
he'll either win or lose 49-10.
Yep. He's the worst one to bet on in German Vegas.
Oh yeah.
He's
Yeah.
either going to get the upset or he's going to not even come
Yeah.
close to covering. It's a nightmare.
And then NFC West, we got me, Gom, Joe Daddy, and Brandon. And Brandon always, me and Brandon had a fun rivalry
Yeah,
in
Brandon.
IOM last match.
Brandon's good. He got that mess that Sinex left
Yeah.
in Washington, but Brandon is really good. He makes some
Yeah.
really unique adjustments on defense.
Yeah.
And he's a good coach.
Yeah.
Y'all would love playing Brandon because when I play him, it's a chess match type. That's what he
Good.
feels
Oh, yeah.
like, a chess match.
The first 2 times I played Brandon in IOM, I scored exactly 15 points, which is such a random number.
Yep.
Like I beat him like
That is
15 to
random.
13, and then
That
he
is
beat me
random.
like 21-15 or something like
Yep. Yeah, he doesn't score a lot. He plays really good defense. So that would be
Yeah.
fun with y'all. Joe
Looks
Daddy
like-
fighting for his life.
I will say it looks like we had a little bit of collusion here though, because every single one of the Brock Bros is an NFC.
that. Really? That's true. Oh my
Hey,
god.
that's a good call. You know, that group message we have works.
How does that happen? That's funny.
Bunch of homers
And-
love the NFC, apparently.
I think it's pretty balanced too, like as far as AFC
Yeah.
versus NFC too.
That'd be good.
I think so.
I think we should just roll with this. I think this would be good.
Yeah, we're all agreed. These are the teams.
No, I have a Fed on my division. We can go ahead and roll it.
So as far as like the former Super Bowl winners, me, Gom, Brock, and a Fedo are all NFC, and then AFC has MHC, Seymour, Pax. So yeah,
I guess that's it. Yeah. Do we have 7 in the league right now? Guess so.
I think so because Seymour came back.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, that's pretty balanced. That'd be
Very balanced.
good. I don't think there's any big surprises in team selection. It's going to be a lot of preference because I think y'all kind of could tell once you hit about pick 10 to pick 20 something.
Yeah.
It's like, do you want a good rebuild? Do you want a good season 1-2 team? You know, it's kind of how it gets structured there. It's like, what are you kind of looking for? What do you like? Do you like good corners? Do you like good linebackers?
Yeah, I think that's where you're looking at the tiers. Like your top 10 is one tier, and then you got like 11 to 20, early 20s is a second tier, and then you just got
Yeah.
your bottom 7.
I put a bottom. Yeah, I put a bottom. Let me see. I put a bottom 4 as the Giants, Bears, Patriots, and Texans.
Yeah, that's a good line.
And the only reason I have the 4 I have above them are like I have the Jaguars, Steelers, and Falcons and Lions above them. And it's like all those teams have something. Like Falcons, you have a young QB. Jaguars, you have Trevor Lawrence. Lions, you have speed receivers. The bottom 4 is just, man, you really have to
got
do what you want to do because
I mean, the Bears, while they do have Justin Fields, they really don't have anything else.
Yeah. So I kind of hope good coaches get those bottom teams to see what they can really do with them.
Well, the good news, since Germ rolled himself so high here, there's a solid chance that,
Germ's going to be taking snaps in all Boston.
Sadly, like I have tied with top 3 odds to win this whole freaking lottery, and I would be so thrilled with pick 9. That's how bad my luck's been.
You're like, it was a mock, and you hit pick 9. You were like you kind of looked up.
Thank God.
Yeah. Germ's like, I only fell 5 spots. What?
Yeah. Great.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty fun. I'm gonna post my team breakdown documents tomorrow. I went pretty in depth on every team, so my hope is that like people that get stuck with the poorer teams, they need the breakdowns more, and they kind of read it and be like, okay, I wasn't as excited, but now that I see this, there's some players that are fun. I didn't realize I had this player here. I did like a someone sneaky to be excited for. Kind of tried to pick somebody people didn't know that could be a starter for you. So I'll post that tomorrow when we post this up, and
you'll be the first one to get those MHC dollars this Madden.
Yeah. Everybody's going to be getting hyped. It'd be a good week to kind of read it up on everybody and figure out where to go.
Brock can give a Fedo lots of holdouts.
That'd be fun.
That's all I'm going to be rolling.
That's what I'm using all my money on.
Hey.
If my division holds out every year. Anyways, so that's fun. I think I'm interested. How many do y'all think we'll get right? Guess a number. How many of those will be right? I think we'll get like 7 of them right, which would be good probably.
Only 7? I don't know. I think we're gonna get a lot of the homer picks right for sure.
You over under.
A lot of people are taking homer picks that are not top. Even top half teams, right?
The MHC, I think he will go Broncos. Mustang will go Texans. Affetto will go Bears. So there's 3. If Niners are available, I will go Niners.
I don't know if Mustang will go Texans because he shouldn't drop that far. Like he had 20 balls.
But I think he's going to take them regardless. The way
you
he's
think
talking,
so?
I think unless he has like a top 4 pick, I think he's going to take the Texans.
Well, we'll see. Like, because I know on that aisle draft he got number 1. So if he doesn't take the
all
Texans
the more reason.
there, but maybe he will take the Texans there. Who knows?
Nah, he'll get a good team there.
I would greatly respect if he took the Texans in like the top 10. I mean, that would be
pretty epic.
Yeah, I'd respect it big time. Anybody that takes a poor team with the early pick just because that's their team is really, you're a fan. That's pretty cool. So,
especially the Texans.
Do they have? What's the Texans draft pick situation? Don't they have 2?
They have 2 first, year 1 and 2.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
Yeah.
there'll
you
be a
can, you
fun
can build
build.
it. Yeah.
They're
And
rebuilt
nobody
team.
does more research on the draft than Mustang.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
The
research on
draft's
the draft.
supposed to be a little better, so we'll see. The scouting's a lot better.
Yeah.
So I don't know if y'all seen anything on that, but scouting, you will have a lot more percentage and a lot more players now.
Yeah, well, I noticed that even on the last draft that we had.
Yeah. And they're actually going to show you. So on a quarterback, you're not going to unlock juke and carrying first. You'll unlock
I
short
know.
accuracy and medium accuracy. So
Yeah.
that'll be a big boost.
Nice.
All right. Well, good times. Good times.
Yeah.
I'm personally glad the break's over. I don't know about y'all, but
Yeah, I'm looking forward.
I'm one of the
to,
few that seem to enjoy it the whole way through, and I'm always excited to get back into it. So
Yeah, see, my issue is always I love it while it's happening, and then it's hard for me to get excited again, just because you got to start over. But I will be pretty pumped if I get the 49ers, just so everybody knows.
And it will be nice to actually know that we're going to have 6 seasons, because I mean, knowing that,
yeah,
I'll tell you, only knowing that you're only going to have 5 takes a little bit out of it, because
Yeah, it knocks the wind right out of the sails.
I agree. Yeah,
you know you can only develop so much
6 will be fun,
with 5.
and we're not waiting on any stupid
No.
update.
No, not waiting for the week 1 roster update or anything.
the number of impact rookies we had last Madden cycle was pretty low. A lot lower than it should have been.
Yeah,
It was.
I want to see more impact rookies, more legacies built from generated players.
more Manny Rudolphs.
Yes,
Manny
you got one of the
Rudolph.
few. Yeah. So
Division holdout.
as much backlash as the game gets, I like the changes they've made. And I'm cautiously optimistic for this cycle. But I know the admin team does a lot of good things here to kind of fix the messy stuff. So
If they just fix fall forward, franchise updates, and some of that, like the player role things, there's all that fun.
Pass rush.
Yeah, edge rush needs to be fixed, please God.
that's a big one for me. Edge rush and physical wide receivers being able to make some catches.
Yeah,
I got so tired of watching Kittle drop passes for Jerm when he would win position and come down with the ball,
with
hit the player's helmet.
with like a 5'9" corner on him.
So frustrating.
Just needed to trade Kittle for Irv Smith, because Irv makes those catches.
It's true. Irv is broken in a good way.
Yeah.
Irv's the opposite of Josh Allen.
Yeah.
All right, boys. Brock, thank you for all your research. And
Yeah.
Thanks for your first appearance on the OG.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll be back now that I got a webcam. I got a webcam just for this, so
Yeah.
better put it to use.
You gotta
I might
use
shoot
it
some
every
games
game.
next year.
Yeah.
Dude,
Honestly, I
with the Fedo.
had way more fun streaming with the cam on. I don't know why. It just changes the way you play.
Yep.
Because like I'll sit here and cuss under my breath if like I'm not on the camera. I'm like mother. But if I'm on camera, it's just like I stay calm.
Was awesome. Seeing your reaction to that tackle you made on the one.
Yeah.
I know. That was great.
But yeah, if I play a Fedo, face cam probably off for those games.
Sometimes it is hard to keep them on for like some of the playoff games, but I did keep mine on, I think, for the last playoff games.
Yeah.
The end of the run there.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
I think I had one season where I didn't do it, and it didn't change anything. So I was like, well, we'll just stay on. All right, well,
Yeah.
Yep.
that's
We're
all we
only
got. This will be
Few
out
days away.
probably around noon tomorrow, I'd say. Somewhere in there. Oh, bye-bye, Hank.
There.
Yeah.
That's how you're playing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
New mascot. We're getting rid of Gom's cat.
Right.
No.
Just teasing. All right, y'all have a good one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Should be a fun week. I'll see y'all later.
Yeah, let's
Later,
go.
guys.
Peace.